Hi guys, welcome to my coffee show. My name is Jack and the subject of today's lecture, decaffeinated coffee, or decaf as we all say. I never tried a specialty decaf coffee, ever. I had some decaf coffees in the past at the coffee shops and so on. I was never satisfied. Either the coffee was smelling weird, there was no taste, there was some strange aftertaste. So today we will play with few different decaf coffees and we will see if they can change my mind. Not sure if you know, decaf has been around for a while. I mean, they extract the caffeine first, I think in the end of 19th century. From the beginning of 20th century, they were producing a decaffeinated coffee. They were using different chemical processes, chemical compounds to extract the caffeine. Some of them were really harmful. The process itself is very simple, but the problem is that we don't want to extract the coffee flavor. We just want to extract the caffeine. There are a few different ways of doing it, either using like a proper chemical solvents or some natural compounds as well. I won't go too deep into the details, but just quickly. First of all, you have to use fresh green coffee beans. Once the coffee is roasted, you cannot remove the caffeine. And let's concentrate on those natural processes today. Swiss water and the sugarcane. The Swiss water, you basically soak the green beans in the water. There's obviously some processes involved, but the beans will be losing caffeine and the flavor as well. Both caffeine and the flavor will stay in the water. So then you remove the caffeine from the water and you use the same water to soak another batch of beans, and so on and so on. Eventually there will be enough coffee flavors in the water, the solution will be strong enough that it won't be extracting any more flavors from the new batch of beans, but they will be still extracting the caffeine. As I mentioned, there are also varieties like a French water and so on and so on. And the sugarcane, as far as I know, it's only done in the Colombia. They have lots of sugarcane plantations and they use the byproduct, the molasses. They ferment the molasses and during that process they create ethyl acetate, if I pronounce it correctly, and that's the chemical solvent, and they use that solvent to extract the caffeine. Today we will compare three coffees. What I was surprised to find that you can also get all those natural coffees. I thought the decaf will be just a boring same old coffee. No, you can find lots of varieties. We will compare the coffee from the Horsham coffee roasters. That's the coffee from Colombia, sugarcane as you would expect. That's a naturally processed coffee and the tasting notes here, cherries, raspberries and the molasses. We will compare it with this washed coffee from Peru, and the caffeine here has been removed using that Swiss water. Milk chocolate, nutty notes with gentle hint of red berries. And we will compare it with, I hardly ever use this roaster on my channel because they are so well known, they don't need my help. So that's a Square Mile coffee roasters. This is also a coffee from Colombia, also a sugarcane process. And the tasting notes we should get here, orange, milk, chocolate, butterscotch. It should be interesting to compare all three, and I can drink as much as I want because I won't get any caffeine jitters. So if you as excited as myself, definitely click like, subscribe to the channel, and well, let's do it. For all of them I will use 18 grams of coffee in, 42 grams of liquid out, La Marzocco Liva style shot on the decent. I will be using Wafo filter baskets, Cafec MC5 as my grinder. Let's start with that Swiss water processed coffee from Peru. So first shot is ready. Great crema, the shot looks perfect and I managed to pull it in first go. 26 seconds, but with the Wafo filter baskets the faster shots can be better. Smells like coffee. I'm getting some sweetness, maybe marzipan, a hint of tobacco. So first time in my life trying a specialty decaf. Cheers. There is some sourness, it tastes like coffee. There is that bitterness here that does not suit me well. And remember, Cafec MC5 is the grinder that removes lots of the bitterness. I see the potential, but it's slightly too bitter here. Nutty notes I'm not getting, a hint of berries I do get. If you gave it to me, maybe I wouldn't say it's my favorite coffee, but I would definitely say this is a regular coffee. Now, maybe it's a coincidence. I had half of this shot and I feel something in my stomach, like my stomach is not happy, almost like if I get a heartburn. Let's try this coffee from Colombia, so that's a natural. This one is even darker than the previous one. Anyway, do they make a light roast decaf? Let me know in the comments. Slightly less crema. You can smell those dark, again, like a tobacco, a little bit of almonds, but more of those dark notes. Cheers. It's actually sweet. And I'm getting fruitiness. I'm getting cherries. Honestly, guys, you can taste the cherries. And each time I taste cherry in the coffee, that's already a winner. There is that kind of a dark chocolatey bitterness. Not the bitterness that was in the previous one. Rich flavors. Cherries, raspberries and molasses. Yeah, I have to say, spot on. But once more, once the coffee hit my stomach, I can feel almost a burning sensation, which I don't have. You know, I drink 4 or 5 shots a day. That Colombian coffee was made using that sugarcane method. And this square mile Colombian coffee will also use the same method. They say it's a seasonal espresso. And this coffee more resembles like a first coffee in terms of the roast level, kind of a medium. Well, I'm not a coffee roaster, or at least I'm not a coffee roaster yet. The crema kind of like in between. The first shot got the best crema, the second the worst. Before each shot, by the way, I wash my mouth. Before each shot I also purge the grinder. Now I can smell lots of sweet almonds. Definitely the sweetest aroma from all those 3 shots. Cheers. Interesting. The first thing that hits you is this orange flavor. A high level of acidity, which I like. For me, good acidity is very good in the coffee. Minimal bitterness somewhere in the background. And there is a sweetness that comes after the sourness. I don't think I'm getting that reaction from my stomach, but maybe my stomach just gave up. Said, okay, just drink whatever you want. Good espresso is very interesting. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Click like, consider subscribing. If you are regular, definitely click like, but you know that by the end of my videos I always get over caffeinated. I start talking faster, gesticulate and so on. But now, you know, it's part of my body wants to feel that rush of energy, but I'm kind of not getting it. It's a very interesting experience. So my final conclusions. First of all, I'm absolutely surprised. I wasn't expecting a good decaf specialty coffee and I got 3 good coffees, or at least 2. So this one from the Horsham Coffee Roaster Peru, it was too bitter for me. The flavor notes were kind of as they described. This one would be great for the milk-based drinks. Now this one, also from Horsham Coffee Roaster, the Colombia Dark Roast, that was the biggest surprise today. First of all, I don't drink dark roasts. Maybe it's time to change it now after this one. So that's a naturally processed coffee. And honestly, I could taste all the depth of the flavors. That cherries in the background, sweetness, that full, like a mouthful of flavors. This I could sit and sip and enjoy, and I probably would not miss the caffeine. Definitely worth considering this coffee. And I don't have any affiliate links with them, by the way, unfortunately. This one, also very interesting. My second favorite today. Espresso was tasty, full of oranges, full of chocolate. Not sure how it would mix with the milk, because the coffees with the high level of acidity not always taste great with the milk. But as an espresso shot, very good. Now, guys, it's time for you to share your experience with decaf. Let us know what is your favorite decaf. But for today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jack, this is my coffee show, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye!